Don't you just love it when companies try to force down AI slop at every moment of your existence? It's everywhere now, and it's only getting worse. Like, for example, the new DLSS 5 that you guys have probably heard about by now, and it's basically an AI slop filter. Yeah, Jensen, the CEO, might not want you to think that is just another simple AI filter. No, guys, it's actually like really deep. You see, it's hacking into the mainframe and it's like changing the textures, like 4K. It's like transforming the textures on like a microscopic level. And turns out he's just lying. Like, he's just lying his ass off. Some people found out, they did research, I mean, obviously, and they found out that the BLSS 5 is just a filter. Like, it's just a simple, like an Instagram filter. It's basically an AI filter, is what it is. It's actually not that deep. But, Jensen being like, he's so proud, he just comes out and he's like, yeah, guys, you're all wrong and I'm right. This is way more deeper. Don't you dare call this AI slop. It's the future, god damn it. And it doesn't really matter because the characters still look worse. Most of the characters, when they move around, it looks so uncanny. And they look like just different characters. They don't even look like the same characters. And they just look worse. It even has that whole AI glossy effect too, where things are just kind of shiny. Like, you can instantly tell that it's freaking AI generated. It's not even photorealistic. But on the topic of photorealistic, I know this video is about AI, but I have to talk about the industry's obsession with photorealism. We don't need photorealism. Having a better art style is way better than just having good graphics fidelity. I think the best example that I can give is, imagine if you're a director and you got a really good IMAX camera. That doesn't mean that you can shoot the next Oppenheimer. There's still cinematography, camera angles, and the specific lighting that you need to produce those shots. You can do that if you just have a really good camera. You can have an IMAX camera, but your movie is still gonna look like ass if you don't know how to play around with the lighting and cinematography and the camera angles. If you don't know anything about that, just hand someone an IMAX camera. That shit is just gonna look like a high quality home video. Because when people are making movies, spoiler alert, they don't just like take the camera, press the on button, and just start recording. Preparation goes behind these things. You cannot just have, the best tech. I mean, tech matters, obviously it does, but at the same time, you still need to study the art to produce results. And it's the same thing with game development. If you have these realistic graphics, they don't really mean anything unless you have a really good art style. And it's prevalent in games like Disco Elysium. Like, that whole game is basically a painting. Like, even a decade from now, you're gonna go back to it, it's not gonna look bad or worse because it's a painting. Paintings don't get worse over time. A good painting is a good painting, and the entire game is a painting. It has a really strong art style, and it's already 6 years old, and it still looks amazing. Then you have Arkham Knight, that's like almost 12 years old, and still looks good. And probably the best example would be the comparison between Assassin's Creed Shadows and Ghost of Tsushima. Like, yeah, Assassin's Creed Shadows has better textures and technically is more advanced than Ghost of Tsushima, but Ghost of Tsushima just looks better because of the stronger art style. And it being a generally better game than Shadows. Your brain and your eyes notice the art style first. They don't notice the smallest details that you have to zoom in 50 times on your screen to notice. They notice the art style. That's the first thing that your brain recognizes, and that's the thing that is across your screen. Like, take a look at Assassin's Creed Shadows, for example. It's not like that it's bad, it looks pretty decent, to be honest. Except the horrible facial animations in the cutscenes that will give you nightmares. What was the budget for Assassin's Creed Shadows? Just let me look that up for a sec. Oh. Oh. Wait, what was the budget for Ghost of Tsushima? Huh. Hmm. Yeah, about that. I don't know where the 300 million went. But anyways, we're talking about the art style. And if you're looking at Assassin's Creed Shadows, the graphics are fine to be honest, but still, like the art style is just not really present. Like the game doesn't has a very unique, distinct art style. You know, like for example, if you look at the grass in Red Dead Redemption 2, you can tell that that grass is from Red Dead Redemption 2. And that's kind of the same thing with Ghost of Tsushima. If I give you a screenshot of like a landscape from Ghost of Tsushima, you will know that it's from Ghost of Tsushima because of how colors are most importantly pronounced in this game. The colors in each specific part of the map, and I don't know if you noticed this, but I feel like for some part of the map, like whenever you're depending on the specific part of the map that you're present in, the weather or like the lighting will change. So, you know, I don't know if you guys noticed, but like I think maybe it's because the trees and the flowers have different colors and that's why it has like that painting effect to it. It's just something about color and lighting that Ghost of Tsushima does that gives it that unique look. If you're in like the beginning area of Ghost of Tsushima, it has a specific look. Then you go into like towards the mud area that's like has like swamp areas and stuff like that. And then you move on forward, so then you're in the snow area. And each of those parts of the map have a specific art style for like different places, and I feel like that's why it's so effective. It's just something about the lighting and the color that Ghost of Tsushima really gets right. Whereas Assassin's Creed Shadows, like, yeah, the game looks good, but it doesn't has a unique, like, pronounced art style, you know? Like, it just looks like a bunch of high textures thrown in, which isn't bad. Like, it still looks good, but I don't think it's gonna last long. Like, 10 years from now, it's gonna start to look outdated. But if you have a specific art style, it's gonna look good for years on end. And that's kind of the problem with photorealism and why art style will always be superior to just having 8K textures and just slapping that onto your fucking Unreal Engine 5 video game. Another thing that DLSS 5 again does wrong is that it completely changes the character models and like the world design. Again, it's like the people who made the world and the characters, they put thought into it. They have an intended way of you to see the world and the characters, and the AI just changes that, which again brings me to the same point of destroying the art style by just putting in photorealistic AI slop filter. Take an example. Let's take these beautiful shots from Arcane and let's slap an AI photorealistic real life filter on this. Now you tell me with a straight face, would you watch this AI generated slop? No, you wouldn't. Not only it looks weird as fuck, but it literally changed some of the characters. Jace just looks Indian, and then there's a guy in a Warhammer 40k suit behind him. Silco has cybernetics somehow, and then Suika just looks like a 60-year-old woman. Singh just looks like they just butchered his, like, why did his background change? I mean, what the fuck? That original shot was so much better. And Finn just looks like Jared Leto Joker 2.0. It just looks like that it's being played by Jared Leto, but with like crazy makeup. Like, I know DLSS 5 doesn't changes the visuals to like this degree, but you get my point. Like, even with DLSS 5 Showcase, characters still look uncanny and different. Like, that's just Sydney Sweeney, man. Like, that just looks like Sydney Sweeney. Like, that's not Grace. These two characters look like different people, and one of them just looks worse. But yeah, that's pretty much about the whole DLSS 5 discourse. You know, I kind of waited for a while until everything came out, and turns out there's a bit more. When NVIDIA was doing the DLSS 5 showcase, they didn't ask for permission from the respective companies, so they ended up getting a little bit in a hot water for that. And the only company that supported them was Ubisoft. You know, the same people that made the legendary Assassin's Creed Shadows. But yeah, that's pretty much about it for today, folks. I mean, this was going to be a longer video. I was going to discuss about some other AI related stuff, but the video was going to be too long, and I am too lazy for all that bullshit. Like, making this video already was kind of like a load on me. I got other stuff to do, all right? I'm just a little lazy, god damn it. But yeah, if you want to support the channel and give me more motivation, consider subscribing. It's free, doesn't cost anything. And if you want to see the next related content or whatever, you can do that. Or you can go to the page. I mean, I just yap because I don't really know a good outro, so I just kind of yap until I randomly just decide to cut off myself.